So once again, we are gathering here to practice meditation. We have just reflected the virtues of the Triple Gem and chanted a blessing chanting, and also chanting for the protection by the virtues of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha in our own practice. This evening I spoke on the restless mind and a worry that we all face, whether we are beginners or whether we are practicing sometimes. Restlessness is obvious distraction that hinders our practice. Those who are just beginning to practice, or the beginners in the meditation practice, first not able to concentrate on the primary object, or not able to point out what is the primary object, causes the restlessness. Or again, sometimes spending this half an hour practice creates a worry that there are so many things to be done, and with this is simply a waste of time, then I'm not going to fulfill, and that creates the worry. And as a result, they cannot practice despite of knowing that meditation is possibly helpful for their health and well-being. So in this case, they have to check their motivation and determine their practice. At least of this half an hour time will be dedicating towards the mental development. Doesn't matter what happens, simply sit and listen and practice. And a second, those who have been practicing sometimes or regularly practicing, restlessness can come and disturb or hinder our practice too. And that is basically because the environment changed, the situation has changed, and the way we perceive the things, the way we perceive the situation, the way we have experienced in a day-to-day life can influence our practice, and as a result we will have this restless mind and trying to find a good position, or trying to find the quiet, silent, rather than this silent, I would have better go to the forest or more suitable place to meditate so I can get more insight. And that sort of thoughts will generate, and as a result we will have the restless mind. In this case, one has to be content and satisfied of the situation that we are in, an object that we are working on. And rather than striving for the liberation or understanding the Dhamma, take one step at a time, trying to realize the way it is in the present moment awareness. So, in this moment, so that's why whether you have been practicing or whether you have just begun your practice, simply bring your mind and be here and now in this present moment, aware of this sitting body, and in a relaxed position, rather than having any strain on a body or hands, making sure that you are sitting comfortably. That will be conducive for the further development. Once body completely relaxed, composed, make sure that your mind is observing the sitting body. If you are skilled enough by this time, if you've been practicing meditation for some times, will be able to note that this body is always in the present moment. Always in this very moment. Whereas the mind always wanders off into the past or the future, always into the stories, or always into the worries, not satisfied with the situation that we are in, wanting to have this and wanting to have that. So first preliminary part of the practice is to bring this mind and unite with this body. Simply aware, feel, connect with this body. As you are sitting, you are aware of this body, not by thinking but from feeling the entire body. And make sure when you are observing this entire body, should there be any tense discomfort, slowly releasing it and making comfortable. And along with that, any sensation that arises, simply aware of that sensation. Do not locate your concentration or do not locate your mind. Just feel as they occur and know them as they are. If your mind is restless, simply accepting that restless mind, observing, acknowledging, and simply bring that back to the body, aware of the sitting body. And whatever you can observe within this body, observing it and noting, consciously aware of that this is happening. So settling down, grounding yourself by observing this body and the sensation that occur. And aware of that sensation. You may check yourself at this time that if you have been practicing by using a located, concentrated object, your mind tend to go over there. And that's simply because of our ongoing perception. We perceived it and we have been practicing using that object, and automatically it tends to go and observe it. Suppose you have been practicing observing the breath. As you are aware of the sensations in the entire body, slowly the mind will be located on the incoming and outgoing breath. That's due to the perception. Automatically we will go there because we have been familiarized with it. Or suppose you have been working with the primary object as the abdominal rising, falling, As you feel the bodily sensations, automatically your mind will be settled by observing it, the feeling of a rising, falling. And as your mind settles down on your primary object, you will notice that your mind is not restless. Your mind is united with this body and the mind, simply united with this body. When body and the mind unites, there is no space for the distractions, no space for the restlessness. And yet, sometimes when mind becomes subtler and subtler, as the mind settles down on this bodily observation, mind works so fast, there is a possibility that mind will drift into the memories and thoughts, and defilements may come. And that is the reason why we make a mental note, just to making sure there is no space left that allows mind to drift away into the past or the future, or the restless mind to bring or to engage into the defilements. Suppose you're aware of the incoming and outgoing breath as it is coming in, mentally making a note that it is coming in, or I am breathing in. When it is going out, mentally making a note that I am breathing out. So this making a mental note is simply to cover the space that may bring the kilesas or defilements creeping in. And if you are paying attention to the rising, falling of abdomen, again, simply making a note of its rising and its falling, or in a short form, rising, falling. So this is how you practice to overcome the restless and worries. And so continue practicing in this way. Whenever you feel relaxed and the mind is comfortable, simply be with the primary object, or be aware as it occurs, as it happens, and mentally making a note of it as it happens. And this is how we develop or cultivate our mindfulness and awareness, to see things as they truly are. So continue practicing. So, it's time to practice loving kindness meditation. So relax yourself and feel the sensations throughout the body. And bring that attention to your hand and to your heart, allowing yourself to be happy, peace, free from sufferings. Reciting mentally in your heads, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace. May no harm come to me. And similarly, sharing this loving kindness and loving thoughts, kind thought, compassionate thoughts towards all other sentient beings. You may bring into your mind a particular person, a people around you, people next to you, your parents, brothers and sisters, or husbands, wife, children, family, friends. Wishing them to be happy, well, free from sufferings, free from any harms, any hatred, hatefulness, jealousy, and ill will. Rather, may they be successful, healthy, and liberated from any kinds of pains and sufferings they may have. And extending this loving kindness and compassion to the boundless, borderless, beyond the ethnicity, nationality, nation, earth, and universe, or whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings. May all beings be well and happy. May no harm come to them. May they be safe and well, free from troubles of body and mind. May they be liberated, liberated. So bring your mind back to the body and feel the sensations. And as you hear the gong slowly coming out from meditation, and reflect for a while. Let's pay respect to the Buddha. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅghang Namami. Thu Anumodhami Sadhu.